Wednesday. My name's Stuart Brisgell, running solo because my partner in crime needed a day off. I guess I talked his head off yesterday, about this topic, eBay or not to eBay. eBay was supposed to be the one-way road for small business, for marketing, merchandising, and during COVID, it was really a great relief for many, many, many people around the world for buying and selling and making time pass. eBay is a global online auction company. It was at one point the champion for small business as it was launched by Pierre Omidyar. If I enunciated his name, I'm sorry. In 1995, it was one of the first companies to create and market an internet website, believe it or not, which matched buyers and sellers, right? That was the whole concept of this. And the company catered to individuals, Joe Schmo, and the public. And that was great. People bought baseball cards, whether they were legitimately signed or not. There have been counterfeit allegations against the company. It's really piss poor enforcement over the decades. It's got him into lawsuits with the likes of Tiffany's, Gucci, and many, many, many other. And, there's some duplicit people. Again, I'm going to share some screens and show you some history. Tiffany's, was suing eBay back in 2010. They're selling trademark infringements, false in district court. It was an ugly case. Again, a lot of these things settle out of the way. But, I'm going to focus on the current eBay. eBay without PayPal, eBay without remorse, and the executive guys. Let me pick on Jamie Lanone. Jamie Lanone, along with a band of criminals, right, who go and portray themselves as the champion of small business, when in fact they are the anti-small business, without regard, without care about anyone other than themselves. And just so that you know, our good friend Jamie Lanone has a salary in the crazy amounts of, I don't know, $25 million. Crazy, crazy. I don't know what guy deserves to have a salary for selling used stuff than this guy. Let me find it over here. And on top of it, this company goes so far as it's getting charged by 6 former eBay employees for cyber stalking. The company doesn't like when people talk ill of it and doesn't go about things in an honest way. They're not the small company. They are a juggernaut out to get you. Why do they want to get you? I don't know. They were the stellar company throughout the 90s, throughout the early 2000s. They were the champion in e-commerce. I remember I was an investor in a company called Take Two Auction, that champion bringing ordinary sellers and ordinary people into selling 3PL on eBay. It was amazing, a great experience. I had friends that were up late night that were bidding on simple things like trumpets, keychains, coffee cups. Before there was an Etsy, it was eBay. If you wanted to sell stuff in your garage and it was 40 below zero, you sold it on eBay. You took your local market and made it global. But now, eBay or not to eBay. eBay, during COVID, went out and targeted thousands of sellers for not holding certain levels. One of these companies is one that I own, so I'm being rather biased. They took out a company that over 12 months had a 4.5%, right? 4.5% return rate. I don't know about you, but during the pandemic, I didn't make it to too many stores. And it was kind of crazy if you think about it. So I'd buy all kinds of things. Didn't fit, didn't like it, send it back. So a 4.5 return rate Doesn't seem like very much. But according to Matt, a customer service person at Salt Lake City, Utah, that works for eBay, decided to tell me that that is one of the reasons why the company was closed. Its matrix, its numbers weren't in line with eBay standards. So again, I'd like to ask all of you, 4.5% return rate is a number that is considered not good. A positive feedback of 90 plus percent in eBay, that's considered not good. But again, Matt refused to tell me why. So I asked Matt for a supervisor, and he told me he got a guy named Blake. So Blake at eBay out of Texas wouldn't even take a call. You are permanently banned from eBay. Now, I'm one of the owners of a company. It's not the only thing that I do for a living. In fact, it's an investment. But yet I get banned from eBay for doing what? 4.5% return rate over 12 months of COVID? But it doesn't stop there. Blake decides to ask private health issues. Did you get sick with COVID? Did you have COVID? Did it affect you? We're asking all these questions through Matt because Blake wasn't going to take a call. So you think the story would end there, but it really doesn't. So I decided to email Blanket, Jamie Lennon, Cornelius Boone, Rob Hattrell, Stephanie J, amongst a few of the executives at eBay. And then I continued to get the board members like Paul Pressler, Anthony Bates, a Dana Farewell, a Logan Green, none of which returned a single email. Just asking them nicely, hey, tell us what went wrong. Our company, like many companies, were directly affected during this COVID year and a half. It's a pandemic. It has raged havoc on all types of people all over the world. Yet most people banded together to better themselves and help the fellow man, giving a chance to help small business, but not at eBay. eBay had other things in mind. It decided to clip the wings. And Jamie Lennon, who made $34 million, right, as a salary, said, I'm too busy to respond. I don't have anyone that works for our company that's going to respond. I think that's disgusting. You know, many years ago, I had an interaction with one of the best CEOs of eBay. Her name was Meg, right? Meg was one of the champions. I believe she took the company and made it the juggernaut that it is today. In fact, I don't think eBay would be the company that it is if Meg Whitman didn't run the company. And you know what, Meg, if you're around and you hear this, I wish you came back because when the company had 30 employees and $500,000 of revenue, you were the woman that created the multi-million billion dollar success. And these current idiots that run this company are horrible people. And if you're a stockholder of this company, you should read their announcement that they are actually warning their investors, right? That there is going to be a downturn because the checks that are being doled out by the government are going to be drying up, and buyer beware, be careful, it's going to get ugly. But they've also gone out to the public this year, May, by making an announcement for an unsecured $2.5 billion debt offering. I think that's interesting. On one side, they're saying how things are going to be on the downside, but on the other, they're asking the public for $2.5 billion. Why would a company warning that the sales shall soon tumble, but go to the public, the very same public that made the company that was so that maybe it could continue to pay enormous, egregious salaries for executives that don't seem to be deserving of it because they're no longer champions of the small business. They are the furthest thing from it. And it's really sad. And I hope if some of the corporate companies, executives, get wind of this, they should be ashamed of themselves. And I am ashamed to actually have said that I once loved eBay and I thought it was a great place to buy and do commerce. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't a quarter hour, and I'm going to keep this short today because you know what? There's not much to be said about a bad company. And it's my opinion that you should try and think about taking your business elsewhere for companies that respect the seller, respect the buyer, and try and operate good business and that are the champions of small business because eBay is no longer that company, in my opinion. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for your many, many, many private messages, for your Twitter loves, transfers, and re-forwards. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow, Friday, our next day, where David and I hopefully will be back together in action, ranting about the next topic. Thank you.